What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another Cryptid Saturday, and in today's cryptid video, we are going over the cryptids of New Jersey. So, New Jersey has probably one of the most famous cryptids that is actually out there in the Jersey Devil, and we are definitely going to be covering that. I think there was one more. I actually came up with two articles today. I think one goes into actually a more deeper dive into the Jersey Devil because it's one of the more famous cryptids. So I was like, let's go check it out. So let's go ahead and just get into it, guys. Like I always like to say, I don't own the rights to these articles. I just use them to push along information. This particular article is coming from jerseysbest.com as well as pinelandsalliance.org, and please go to those places and show them some love. First one is the legends and lore of New Jersey that will make your skin crawl. There is the third state that was created in the nation known as the United States. It is a state as vast as the Pine Barrens, as timeless as Frank Sinatra. It is the middle ground between city and nature, benchwork, pork roll, and Taylor ham. And it lies between the Delaware and Atlantic. This is a state of no nonsense. It is an area which we call New Jersey. While the most terrifying part of daily life in New Jersey might be a slow driver in the left lane, there are intriguing stories told in all parts of the state of spooky legends and lore. It is no surprise that in a state often misunderstood by outsiders that the supernatural can coexist and still be a mystery. Here are a few tales from around New Jersey. A shiver may run down your spine when you read the name of the Leeds Devil, the more local name for the infamous Jersey Devil. Not the NHL team, which that in itself made researching this thing so hard when they name a thing after a cryptid. Oh my god. The Leeds Devil is rumored to roam the wilderness of the state's oasis-like Pine Barrens. Our state's most famous cryptid has an origin story as the cursed 13th child of a local woman, Mother Leeds. As it was born a regular human, it soon transformed over the years. Witnessed described the devil as a dragon-like creature with a horse head, bat wings, claws, hoof feet, horns, and a forked tail. Slaughtered livestock, hoof prints, and a loud, blood-curdling scream are just a few of the telltale signs of this cryptid. I am just going to go on a limb here, guys, and say I don't think the Jersey Devil was ever a real thing. I think it's one of those stories and stuff that just kind of came about that you would tell your child, don't go into the woods because this, or this poor woman may have lived out in the woods and she had a child that had a deformation or an abnormality, and that maybe spun itself into this weird thing, kind of like a Melonhead-esque thing that just went crazy over the years. Because I mean, come on. None of that can go onto one animal, but some of the things you could attribute to different things, like mountain lions screaming in the middle of the night, wolves killing livestock, coyotes killing livestock. But now, the weird part about this is I think they have found hoof prints on people's roofs when it comes to the Jersey Devil, but I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing. It's a weird way to prove a prank, but it doesn't necessarily prove that it does exist to me, but it doesn't, I guess, disprove it either, so I don't know. This is where I need you guys to let me know in the comments down below, especially if you're from New Jersey. Do you guys think the Jersey Devil is real? Okay, in 1894, a fisherman set sail on Lake Hopatcong, presumably hoping to catch some fish. Instead, the man spotted a creature that was described as having a 40-foot-long serpent body and the head of a dog. Now officially named Hoppy, this cryptid is said to be a friendlier creature than most, and it's even considered a member of the local lake population. Despite this, Lake Hopatcong's sea serpent caused a lot of panic during initial sightings and supposedly was shot at with no effect. Yeah, so unsurprisingly, there is a lake monster, and water things are hard. Because it could have just been a misidentification of an animal that's normally in there, or a few animals going together. I'm pretty sure there's otters in New Jersey. And if you get a bunch of otters jumping together, it could be a bunch of seals jumping together, which can give a serpentine appearance. But the fact that they were actually shooting at something kind of leads me to believe that they definitely saw something. Now what that something is, I honestly don't know what it could be, but it could also just be that there's a sea monster in the lake. So Let me know what you guys think about that one as well. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the next article, the Jersey Devil and Folklore, which is, I believe this one should be a deep dive into the Jersey Devil. Follow along for the ride, and yeah, we'll see. It's got some interesting artwork, I promise you that, which you guys have probably already seen pop up on that. That is what I'm talking about. Interesting artwork. The New Jersey Pinelands is home to miles of pine trees and sandy roads, but it is also home to New Jersey's most infinite resident, the Jersey Devil. Designated in 1938 as the country's only state demon, the Jersey Devil is described as a kangaroo-like creature with the face of a horse, the head of a dog, bat-like wings, horns, and a tail. For more than 250 years, this mysterious creature is said to prowl through the marshes of southern New Jersey and emerge periodically to rampage through the towns and cities. Origin of the Jersey Devil is that Mrs. Leeds, a resident of Eastville, was distraught when she learned she was expecting for the 13th time. In disgust, she cried out, "Let it be the devil." The story continues that the child arrived and it was a baby devil. The creature then gave a screech, unfolding its wings, and flew out the window and into the adjacent swamp. Countless stories have circulated describing the devil's escapades, raiding chicken coops and farms, destroying crops, and killing animals. His presence has been seen and felt by many in at least 50 different towns when he emerges from his natural lair in the Pinelands and wanders through southern New Jersey. Sometimes intriguing and sometimes terrorizing the residents, posses were constantly formed to apprehend the devil. Posses were constantly formed to apprehend the devil, but to no avail, and at one point as much as $100,000 reward was offered for the capture of the Jersey Devil, dead or alive. Several reports of the Jersey Devil's death also proved to be inconclusive, and even the scientific community could not explain its existence. Belief in the Jersey Devil is quite real and based on records of concrete occurrences. Reliable people who, including police, government officials, businessmen, and many others who so integrally is beyond question, have witnessed the devil's activities. To this day, people traveling down the Garden State Parkway or the Atlantic City Expressway reported sightings of something or tell stories of strange occurrences. Many continue to believe that the legendary being is still around, disturbing the region, and will continue to do so for generations to come. So that doesn't necessarily take down. I'm starting to wonder if there wasn't like an actual kangaroo just loose in a place. And maybe like the flying thing came from the fact that it could jump. I don't think, it also, like I said, I really do believe it was just maybe a local legend that's just taken on a life of its own throughout the years. The fact that a lot of people have claimed to seen it, and a lot of people, or maybe not so much seen it, but seen like essentially the destruction that it's left in its wake, is kind of interesting to me. But yeah, I don't know, guys. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. While you're down there, guys, please remember to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell so you never miss another Cryptid Saturday, as well as follow me on my other social medias, which are going to come up at the end. And I will see you guys next Saturday for Cryptid Saturday.